And now we have discussed about blockchains themselves. So we haven't actually discussed what you can do with blockchains that are meaningful for the humankind. And this part I call decentralized applications, and there are plenty of them. And if you look the business problem that blockchain solves is I think the core of the value promise is that it's the proof of ownership. This is the NFT model. Okay, if you claim that okay, Mikko has 1 Ethereum, anybody can, and Mikko says this is my address, and I can confirm that this is my address by signing a message with my private key saying that this is my address, and you can see that it's coming from that address. Anybody can go to a blockchain explorer and verify themselves that okay, Mikko actually has a 1 Ethereum, and this is quite important in international trade. Like it's not a consumer application, but if you are doing a large trades between banks and between companies, you really want to know that if your other party is actually having the asset or not before you engage with them. Other one is the peer-to-peer trades. Like if I want to sell my house to somebody in Finland, I can in theory I can go to on a street and start calling people, hey, do you want to buy my house? Do you want to buy my house? But usually there are some kind of middlemen involved, real estate agents and so on. And this comes very important in the case of the internet. So in internet, can you trade with other people without going through any of the centralized systems? And the centralized systems have their own problems. Like, for example, Facebook is that they get your data. They can squeeze you with the fees. Let's say that if you have ever hosted a conference and getting payments with the PayPal, you find out that you are getting 5% less money than you thought because PayPal is getting the cut. And blockchain solved this middleman problem because in blockchains the blockchain itself is verifying the transactions, which in old-fashioned business is verified by some middleman, and this way we have one less person in the equation, and it means it's going to be cheaper. And then we have the value of transfer. So again, it's not a very interesting problem on national level. Everybody can send money to each other in Finland for free. Even in the United States, transferring money nowadays is cheap unless if you keep it within a closed loop system. But if you start to do international business, you will soon find out that there are a lot of fees. The fees don't make sense. Like you are paying one person to transfer money to the United States, and the fees they slowly stack up. And I don't remember who he was, but he was some of the professor of the university saying that okay, why fintech is so popular is that fintech or banking is kind of a parasite. They are taking small bits of your blood, but the bits are so small that you don't care. You still keep living, but as long as you suck people slowly enough, you can suck a lot of money out from them. And of course, the good old Bitcoin value promise is the censorship resistance. Like if you have Bitcoin and you are going to send it to somebody, nobody's be able to stop you. So it's kind of again not very useful in Finland. Nobody's going to stop you here. But if you go to some of the funny countries, there are a lot of people who want to stop you doing stupid stuff. And based on those value promises, we are still dealing with the software business. So we can't really create a value out of nothing. even though like tens of thousands of tokens have tried it. It doesn't work like that. So there has to be something we do better than the old system. And as I mentioned earlier, removing trust from the equation is one way to do it, because based on some research, businesses spend 30% of their budget to maintain trust, like the sales guys, face-to-face meetings, just to show off that I'm reading. And the other one is, of course, the software development cost. So if banks pay X amount of their software, having their staff, having a big department of developers, managers, middle management, management bonuses, if you can replace that with one smart contract that does the same thing as a bank, but has 200 people less there, taking salaries, you are of course creating value, because then those resources can be allocated to somewhere else. And if there's like a value promise, okay, but blockchain is going to solve something, it's usually the question is that, okay, there's something that's being removed. So who is that person? How much money they are taking now? How much money the blockchain system will take, and how much we are on plus after removing the middleman. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, but especially if you're doing a business in scale, you have millions or tens of thousands of participants, removing a middleman really starts adding up fast.